is July the 5th, the day after the 4th, 2025. Welcome to my desk. It is the wee hours of the morning, like about 4:15 or so a.m. in the States, Central Time. Welcome to my desk. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and I am going to do a bit of sorting, and I'm going to do some art journaling, and yeah, I'm going to be working in my studio. I did not stream yesterday. I was just sort of tired. And there's Jacqueline. Good morning. I went to Jacqueline's sale. I said goodbye, and I was going to stream, and I said, I'm tired. I'm not going to stream. I'm going to go back to Jacqueline's sale yesterday. She was selling Christmas, and then she must have sold all of her Christmas because she was selling some back items. So yeah, good morning, Jacqueline. We did have fun. It was a good sale, Jacqueline. Hi, Linda. It's good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, it's good to see you, Linda. Okay, so let me, I'm going to zoom in a little because I want to show you some things. I sorted out this broken jewelry into piles, and I'm going to be putting them into baggies like this, and then I'm going to put the baggies in a bag. But I wanted to show you some of these special ones that I saved out right here. So, let me look at all that broken jewelry. I got that from Rebecca Wills. Let me get over to my tablet and get signed on my tablet to my, well, I'm signed on. Let me get into my stream. There I am. Yeah, I want to make up some of the time that I missed yesterday. We're going to have some rainy weather here today. I think it said possible storms. So, and I have to go to town today, so, and after it rains, I know I'm going to have to do the lawn mowing. Hi, Cynthia. Welcome in, Cynthia. Who's Necky? Who's Necky? I don't know who Necky is. Oh, good morning, Becky. Oh, I think that's supposed to be Becky. Good morning, Becky. I do that a lot, Linda. I'm the queen of typos, I think. Oh, I got an ad. I don't know what that ad is. It's talking about the inside of your cabinets they're painting. All right, let's skip it and set the quality. I'm over on my tablet. Let me set the quality up from 480 to 1080. And let me set the chat filter to all messages. Yeah, I was kind of wiped out yesterday. I get like that, it seems like, as I'm getting older. Oh. Then I said, I'm retired. I can do what I want. Okay, I had a huge, big bag. I think this is it. Of broken jewelry that I got from my last Rebecca Wills sale. And I've been sorting it into piles here. This I'm going to keep out because I'm going to use this as trim. And I think it's thin enough. It's a necklace. But we'll put it over here for a moment. These are really cool. These will make really nice little journal charms. I'm not just sure how. It must have been a necklace because I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 of them. Oh, what happened here? They are. I want to put these in separate bags. I might combine a couple of these others, but... And Becky's here. I'll bet she knows, because Becky is a good authority on things. Let me tell you, she gives me a lot of good ideas. I have these, and they need to be they're kind of, they're vintage jewelry, but especially this one, needs to be cleaned. You know, they're tarnished. What is a good way, and Jacqueline, you might know too, how to remove tarnish off of broken jewelry. See, this one's all tarnished. So these are some, this one's pretty cool. I like this one. I'm going to put that over with that. And this one has some tarnish in there, but I think I can find little pearls to put in there. This is a pin. You know, they used to wear these in the 80s and 90s on their wool coats, their wool winter coats. Becky's trying to stay awake for the sun to come up. Saturday is my sister day. Well, you're going to spend time with your sister? That's cool. Have a great day, Cynthia. What is Becky's going to do is beautiful. Let's see. Let me go back up to the top. I think I'm missing something. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Becky, good morning, Mary and all. Good morning, Jacqueline. Rest is vital. It really is. It really is. And I was tired yesterday for no reason at all. I think maybe because I'm getting too lazy. I need to get out in the garden and mow. But I think it's going to be, it's been so hot the last week, I think it's going to be cooler next week. So I'll probably mow next week. When it's hot, the grass doesn't grow as fast. Jacqueline says she's torn between Christmas and Halloween crafting this morning. Becky says she needs to finish mowing the lawn before it gets too hot. I became ill yesterday because of the heat. You know, that might have been why I was feeling so tired, because it was terribly hot here. And when it's real hot like that, the mosquitoes come out, and you don't feel like being out in the yard, so you stay inside, and the air conditioning is on, and you just want, it just makes you tired. I agree, Becky. Linda, anything with paper is awesome. What did Linda say? She's helping Tim write thank you notes. Sounds like me, Becky. They're laughing at Cynthia. What did Cynthia say? But it is Saturday is a hangout day with my sister. Oh, Linda, that sounds wonderful. And let's see. If I close my eyes, Becky said, the grass grows here. Well, you're in one of those southern states, and you guys have been getting a lot of wet weather too, haven't you? Wet and hot. I know a lot of storms. Cynthia says, I'm trying to get going with Christmas crafting. I'm going to do a Christmas in July page, but I don't know how much Christmas. I want to finish my July journal in July. Hi, Lola. You're sitting in the bleachers. Oh, you got a heat migraine. I'm so sorry. You enjoy those bleachers, and if you have to nod off, we understand. We won't tell. Does anybody know how to clean tarnished, broken jewelry? Tarnished jewelry. So I'm gonna. These are my tarnished pieces. I have a couple of flat pieces that I thought would make something. They were earrings. Most of these are earrings. So I have these and these. They're pairs. This is a flat piece. This is a flat piece. These, I've got two of these. I don't know where the other one is, but it's missing a. But the other one's missing one in there too. I don't know what I did with it. I'm going to put these with this. It's just a, it's kind of pretty in its own way. I think I'll keep that out. This is a bow pin. Some of these are odd ones. I'm going to have to do an odd pile. And these I thought were cute. These will make a nice journal charm because they're flat. And I'll have to take the back off of this. This is one of those, what do they call those, post-ear rings? I'm going to put that in there. And then I've got some big safety pins and little safety pins and a tie tack and another tie tack. I've got another safety pin floating around here someplace. So I'm going to keep, here it is. This is my keep out pile. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to the keep out pile. There's another pin. These, and this is just I think that's a tassel cap. Here's some, these would be nice for a summer beach journal. They look like seashells. I've got 2 of those. I'm not really into the sea themes, but maybe someday. Here's another flat one. Oh, I've got several of these. This is a Halloween and a pumpkin. Those are for autumn. I've got a Grandma Marathon. And I think I'll put it with these right here. And a little heart with a bezel in it. And this one's pretty. This would make a nice dangle too. It's just a leaf. I'm going to keep that out. Then I've got these face ones. I dropped a face one over the cliff while I was sorting. And I've got a cactus and I don't know what, a weird one, and a cross and a pig. So these are kind of flat. I'm going to put these with the flat ones. And I think I'll mix these with the, this is a bow tie one. I really don't, I'll put it over here. So I'm going to put these together in a bag. Up here we have sun, moon, and stars. Or maybe moon and stars. This is a chain. I thought I'd keep that out. I got 2 of these. I don't know where the other one is. Sun, moon, and stars. I call it sun, moon, and stars. These are the beach ones. This is a, oh, I'm going to put this in the 4th of July one. I'll probably break the post off of it. It's a heart with an American flag. I'm going to keep that out. And then I have over here flat bezels and caps. And little, this is a weird one. I don't know what it is. It's a pin. It might be an ocean theme. Or no, that looks like an eagle maybe. It's a round pin. This, I'm not sure what this is, if it's a crown or an eagle. No, maybe it's a crown. It's hard for me to tell, to take a picture of it. Whoops. Hold on a minute. Can you guys tell what that is? Is that a, I turn it this way, it almost looks like a rooster or a silhouette. Wait, hold on. I don't know what that is. And this way looks like a fish, maybe. I'm getting out of frame, I'm sorry. Weird ones. And these are bezel types. I'm going to keep the bezels out. And the cap, I guess I'll keep it out too. I have a keep out bag. Here's another one. I've got a couple of these. I don't know what happened. I guess it's in the watch one. This was a watch and they took all the fixings out and it's just the glass part here. I might play with that. And this looks like the inside of a watch, the little fixings. Steampunky. And then I have one more thing, which is just a leather strip. I thought that would be fun on a page to glue it down. So this is my keep out pile. We're going to go through that. I'm going to put, I think I'll put the beach with, well, I really need a miscellaneous. These I'm going to put, as I'm going to have to figure out how to look up. Let's see, I need 1, 2, 4 5 bags. Let's see how many I got left in here. I'll have to get me some bags today. 1, 2, 3. Looks like I got about 6 bags left. The tarnished I'm going to keep out, but I'm going to keep it in a bag because I think these can be repaired and cleaned up. And that big old coat one I might put on my, I don't know if I want to put it on my leather coat. It'll make a, but I might put it on, I got a, I mean my black leather coat. This is a little leaf. All right. I need 3 more here. Hold on. I guess I'll put the C with all of that because I don't have another place to put it. Oh, and then I have, no, I got that bagged. Hold on. We'll just call this a miscellaneous pile here. I'll be sorting it all out when I get it out again, but. This might have been a watch. No, that was a pen. I'm just not sure what that is. The pig is going to the beach. The pig escaped. Did I catch him? I'm going to put that in because I'm not really ready to do cap stuff. That's a bezel. Those are sun, moon, and stars. These are flat ones. I might use those as journal charms, so I'll keep those out. All right. 1 more bag for the sun, moon, and, well, 2 more because I want, what's this? Those are the tarnished. I'm going to do a couple pages in my July journal, and then I'm going to start sorting. And I thought I would sort some stuff right here in front of you guys. That's sun, moon, and stars isn't very thick, but that's okay. Now, this is the package I really wanted to show you. And let me straighten out my camera. Hold on a minute. Let me put these baggies back in the box. I have to get me some more baggies. Yeah. Let me straighten my camera. Let's see. This way. I always turn it the wrong way first. That a little better. Whoops. Hi, Juju. You're up early. Juju did a big long stream last night. I was too tired to watch. The pig got put in the bag. Okay, I have this one, which I think is cute. It's little footprints on the beach. It's still got the little tag. I might just put that in a summer journal. I might put it, what did I do with my 4th of July one? Did I put it in the keep out pile? Or I put it up here? I don't know what I did with it now. But I'll put this up here for the 4th of July, the beach, footprints on the beach. The safety pins and tie tacks. Safety pins, you've seen those, but I'm still going to put them in. This is my keep out pile. I've got a little string of pearls here. It's still on the clamp. I thought that would make a nice dangle. And this is cute. I'm going to hold it up. I've got a couple of cute ones in here. A little, looks like a little girl maybe in a dress. Connie. Hi, Connie. Welcome in, welcome in. Jugglers. You've not been to bed yet? Have you been arting, or have you been, and then you saw the leather? But I have some clock faces that got in here. Hold on. 2 clock faces. I don't know how well you can see them. They're kind of shiny, Jacqueline. I'm going to play with those. I have a little, looks like a mom, or two, looks like a brother and his baby, or maybe a sister and a baby, in a little round bezel. And then I've got some empty bezels, or I'm calling them bezels. Here's that watch face. That it's not the face, it's the holder, but I can put something in there. And here's an ice cream cone. I'm going to put that in my July journal. I'm going to keep that up there. I'm saving out these flat ones. I'll figure out. I think they'll make nice journal charms. I've got another one of these. I don't know what happened to it, but so this is stuff I'm going to play with right away. Here's that. I'm going to pull the post off of that and just make probably a charm out of it. It looks like it'd go nice on top of a tassel, maybe. And this one's got a ring in it, so I could make a charm out of it, but I'd probably put it on a tassel. It's a little thick to go in a journal. Here's that hoops or circle star. I play with that. This is another interesting one. This is a pin. Let me hold it up. It's a figure. If I can get it hold still here. Some sort of a man with a top hat. Fun to play with. A little bead. Oh, I'll show the bead. I'll put that in there later. Here's another bezel type. This is looks like a bird on an earring. Hard to see it. It's just a little piece. No, it's a dolphin on an earring. Another tie tack. Just a little pretty little shape, diamond shaped. This is that clock workings, inner part of a clock. Here's a moon I didn't get put in with the others. A chain. Oh, I showed you this. A chain. I got another one of those. What happens to it? Leaf. A flat piece. This is a fish. A fish. I could put those fish in, and what was the other one? A dolphin in a July journal page. And this is such a pretty leaf. Such a pretty leaf. So these are my keep outs. I need one more bag. And I'll play with these first. The others will probably get put away until I want to go hunting for jewelry. But these I can do things with. And those, I'm going to read up on how to clean tarnished jewelry. I think there's a way. You'll probably never get it back to pretty, but you could use rub and buff on broken jewelry, that type of thing. Okay. Whoops, one more. So this is my keep out over here. Now, in that big bag of jewelry down at the bottom, mostly it's scattered in, were all these little broken pieces. And I almost have probably about 2/3 full. Here, just all sorts of beads of different sizes, earring beads. but they can be made into dangles and little people and things like that. So, and I don't know what this was. I never opened it. Let's open it. I just put it in there. Well, get it open. It's got 50 cents marked on it, so it isn't that precious. Let me hold it up. It was precious to somebody. It looks like a peacock, maybe? Or a fan? Is that a peacock, maybe? It's hard for me to tell what these things are. It's either a peacock or a fan. Oh, I think it's a peacock. Oh, that's pretty. I'm going to put that in my save pile. My keep out pile. So that's where my jewelry is. This is part of the, and I've got a package still coming from Jacqueline from last week's sale. And then she is holding my things that I bought yesterday, and she's selling every week this week in July. So I asked her to hold my invoice until the end of July, because that's when I'll be able to pay it easier. I'll put this in here. So, but I'm looking forward to the package that I'm getting from Jacqueline, so that's coming. And other than Jacqueline's sale yesterday, I haven't gone to any more sales. I'll probably only hit Jacqueline this month, because I've got a dentist appointment at the end of the month. Ugh. I was going to go at the beginning of the month, and I haven't done the consult with the oral surgeon, and I haven't done the consultation yet, and they were going to pull my tooth, and I'm going, no, I want a consultation first. And they were looking at, well, the oral surgeon was looking at x-rays from the dentist, which are probably a year old. And so she said, well, we have to reschedule you if you want to do a consultation. I want to meet that dentist before, I don't know, dentists and I don't get along very good. I'm not a dentist person. I think they're always so, I don't know. They don't have very good men around here. The dentist that I've met, there's only one that I really liked, and he only did root canals. And the others, I don't know. I don't, and maybe it's me and my paranoia about dentists, but dentists and I aren't on the best of terms. And I've got to find another one, because the one I was going to moved to Lincoln, and I don't want to go clear to Lincoln to get my teeth cleaned. So I need to find a dentist that is in my provider network around here. And that's kind of hard, but all right. So this is going to go in a broken jewelry, probably a 10 or a box. Now I'm going to set it behind me. And these are in a 10. And for now, I'm just going to put them on my cart to get them out of the way. Down at maybe the bottom shelf there. Okay. And I'm not going to play with the jewelry this morning. I'm going to put it in my box on the shelf behind me. I want to do a page in my July journal to keep it up, and I want to do a history page. And I found this. I have a stack of books out by my recliner that I want to fussy cut. So this starts with the Pilgrims, New Lore in a New Land. And I'll probably just do something like, well, I don't know if I want to put the fighting. I'll probably cut this out. Well, no, I think I'll do this. I like that title, but I like the picture better. I like the picture. I could put Land of the Pilgrim's Pride. and I want the pilgrims. So I kind of want to do a beginning page here of the beginnings of America. So that will be the pilgrim page. And I don't need all of the text here. That's still pilgrim. I want to get over here to George Washington, the Dutch treat. There's a page on St. Nicholas. It's got a lot of Peaceable Kingdom. I'm not interested in that. It's not peaceable now. I guess they thought they were going to heaven. The Lost Colony. An Indian Princess. That might be fun to put in there. I'm not sure what that is all about. I want to get over to George Washington. The Island Kingdom. Yeah, we got to get the Indians in there. And I got a segment on George Washington. It's got a lot of prehistory in here. Before we became a nation. Here we go. Benjamin Franklin, we'll put him in there. Maybe I'll do that one too. Now we're getting to George Washington, the father of us all. And I think I'll stop there, and because that's enough. What I pulled this out for. Let's put the rest of it away. And after I do the history, then I'm going to go into like Christmas in July and hot day picnics, and I might go out and snap some pictures of my garden and put my July garden in there. The garden needs weeded. When we've got rain, and the corn patches probably about, maybe it's not quite 2 feet high, maybe 1.5 feet, the corn, but it needs to be weeded. Now, I think I want to, let's see, I thought I had George Washington. Let's do a little, I'll save the, so I kind of want to do a little history section around the 4th, you know, I didn't really get a Declaration of Independence, but I'm going to have to pick and choose. Do I want this one where cutting down the apple tree, or on his way home he reviews Valley Forge? I'm going to do that one for sure. So I have to pick and choose. I kind of like him cutting down the apple tree. Yep. And there's a little history behind that. I might just fussy cut it right now and only do 1 page because I want to move on. I don't know how long I'll be on. I'm not thinking of doing a big, huge, streamy thing. I might save this, and I want this. I might do 1 page, maybe the Indians or the Pilgrims, kind of the formation of the states, kind of celebrating that on the 4th. Let's see, this is Poor Richard's Almanac. I think I'll keep that out. This is Benjamin Franklin. I'll come back to him. All right, now we've got Indians and Pilgrims here. This will make a nice page. Maybe get this much of it, but I'll decide when I get there. And I'll save these other pieces. Probably, I might do a history journal, because I love history books. I plan to do some thrifting today. I'll probably, let's see, what time is it? It's 5 o'clock. I don't know how late I'm going to be on, but I'll tell you, I won't be on probably until 7:30, I'm thinking. And because I need to have some coffee and breakfast before I take out to town. I need to go to the bank. I need to go to the post office. Oh, I need to get to the post office before it closes. So they close, I think, at 9:30. So I might leave. Well, I don't know if I can get up to town by 9:30, where I like to go to the post office. The Lost Colony. And I think I kept it out because of the Indian Princess. I might come back for her. I'm doing Pilgrims. The First Thanksgiving. Welcome the Red Man's Greeting. I'll do that. From the moment Squanto uttered the legendary words, "Welcome Englishmen," to the Pilgrims who stepped out of Plymouth. Yeah, we'll keep that. Welcome Englishmen. We'll keep that as a journal spot. I'll trim it up. And yeah. I've got Pilgrims there. I don't know what's going on here. Accused of witchcraft, the witchcraft trials, but I think I'll go to part 1 here. The Land of the Pilgrims. Pride. And I want to save this picture and the text. Come on, Mary. So this is kind of like the historical part. New lore, new land, the inland kingdom in search of... This is kind of what's inside that chapter or that part. We're just going to do the text here. And I want to do I don't know if I'll do it this morning. I'll probably leave a blank page. I want to do a fireworks page. Did you guys watch, after I watched Jacqueline Sale, the PBS, Public Broadcasting Channel, had fireworks on, the Washington, D.C. celebration. It was kind of music. I caught the music and the fireworks. I didn't catch it all because I was at Jacqueline's. I enjoyed that. And there was a lot of fireworks going around me. Now I'm going to put these pieces on top here. And I don't know if I'll do any more history, but there's all of history in there. I'll have history if I do a history book. We'll see. It would be fun. I'm not going to do it here because I've kind of taken a different path of just creating pages, but it would be fun to take some of these pictures and then make matching drawings or paper dolls or something. All right, get that out of my way. So let me get my 4th of July And I'm working on a tassel for it. I saved this macrame owl out. He's so cute. I think I'll hang him up on my stand over here. But right now he's just gonna stay out. Paper towels here. And I got some. I should take this and put it with my tassel that I'm making, because it'll, yeah, I think I will. I'll keep that out too. And paper towels that, when I'm reaching for a paper towel. I'm reaching for my journal. Here it is. I've got some pages from Jacqueline from 4th of July. Got a heart, and she had some Christmas rose lace she was giving away last night. All right, and this is just a glue page. So I want to leave a page for, I want to leave a fireworks page. And I might just put, I'm going to put a note on here. Fireworks. So, for the 4th of July. And that will probably be my last 4th of July page. And then in here, I can start with these. I'm going to do a veterans page. I've got to do that with the, I don't need all of this. So that'll probably go back in the back here. I've got some, or I had some pieces. I don't know what I did with them. And then I have a remember that one time when, I don't know about that. I saved it out because of the blue polka dots. So if I work oh, here's the pieces that I saved. Put that with the, I don't know what I did with it up above. Okay. I want to do the Pilgrim's Pride page. And I'm kind of working consecutively, but I don't think it'll hurt in this book. I've got some more background pages that I saved. Where's my fireworks page? So I'm going to do the Pilgrim's Pride, will fit right in there. Land of the Pilgrim's Pride. I'll trim that off. And I just have a little square there. All right, let's put this down. I'm just going to glue book it. Glue book it. I guess you could call glue booking it. I'm just going to glue it down with my glue stick. So you early birds, what are you planning this weekend? What are you planning? Yeah, I'll probably leave around quit around 7:30 here, even 7 o'clock. It depends on how I'm feeling, because I got to get to the post office before it closes, because I've got mail to send. I should show you the big old bag of mail I got ready to send. Most of it goes to the Fib Diggity creators, but I have a giveaway thing and a book I'm sending off to Cynthia Dooley, because she's been helping me with my tatting, and I accidentally got it's called Tatting Collage. You know, I can move that down just a little. I put it down and ripped it up. I'm going to move it down a little. Let's see. Let's figure out where I want to put this. Maybe right in there. And I always leave a little in there, because if I don't, this starts bending. All right, let's put this. I think I can trim that off. Let's put that jewelry out of my way. I want to sort in here. I'll probably be too tired to sort tonight. But I really do want to, when it gets hot again, and I'll put something in there. Maybe will this go? If I put 2 of them, it might. Let's do this one first. Right in there. And this is really not art. It's more putting together a July journal. I could do some stars in here. Make it arty. So there's stars there. Put that right in here. Now, I think I can fill this in with maybe these pieces. Just kind of overlap that one. So whatever you do today, Becky said she's got to mow before it gets too hot. Bye, Cynthia. Aunt Beck says, I'm going to get dressed and start mowing soon as the sun is coming up. The neighbors are going to hate me since most of them were up half the night blowing things up. Yeah, they were really popping around here last night. At first I thought, after I went to bed, I was listening to all the pops, but I thought I saw some lightning, so we may have gotten, I don't know if it was lightning or fireworks. And we may have gotten some rain last night. Oops. Let's move that down just a teensy bit. It's not quite the same size, but that's okay. And let's arc this page up just a little, so we have more than just a pilgrim. Let's draw around the stars here. What's going to happen on the other side? That's going to be my fireworks page, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, I should mow too, but I think we got rain last night or early this morning. The weather report said possible rain at 4:15. Let me get my paint pens out. And let's do the blue. That's pink. Yellow. Where's my red? Is that blue? Yeah. Where's my red? That's purple, white, red. That's green, that's dark green. Where's that blue? I think that's green. I don't know. Let's do the, see what the red looks like on here. No. Yellow probably won't show up either. Kind of falls in, blends in. We could do the red one down in here, just make a little star. That doesn't look red to me, but we'll go with it. My little star got bigger. And shall we do a white around them? Now around this one. I don't see it very good there. I probably could do a blue around that. My little stars got bigger. Now I think I'll just do some dots. Because I want to. Random dots. I don't know why. Because I just don't like the... I don't know why I did that. They'll kind of blend in. I think I'll leave it alone. Maybe black around the edge. Did I keep out my black? No, but I was using this. Let's frame it in black. Probably should put a paper behind. It's going to be fireworks on the back, so anything that soaks through won't hurt. So I'll be painting it a dark blue background. Maybe I'll see if I can find some gold stars today. If I remember. I may not remember. Some sticker gold stars in the school section. Try to go to Dollar Tree, and I want some paint spatulas if they have any. Alright. I think I'm good with that. Let's do a black line down here. There we go. Whoops, was that a fly? I don't know what that was. Get off of there. We got the flies come in. They like to stay cool. I feel like I need something more on here. It doesn't quite suit my fancy yet. Gonna have to turn that fan toward me. I probably will not do all of those cutouts that I saved out here. I'll put them in here because I do want to move on. I want to do some sorting today. And I think I'll outline this. This just kind of talks about the beginning of our country. Of course, you know, 1776 was the Declaration of Independence, but gosh, 1496 to 1776, we had, what, 300 years before we became a country? I got kind of 300 years before we became an official country. We lived under the Kingdom of England for a long time. All right. I think I'll stop there. I'm happy with that. Bring it back down in here. Hold on. And let me put my paint pens back. Oops, someone is peeking out here. I've got too many in there. Alrighty. I didn't bring my writing journal in. I wanted to put these sewing pieces in my writing journal. I might run out in the living room and get it. Let me put this. Let's get these out because they go with the ephemera here. Hold on, my hands. Now, these are paper towels. I got more packing paper from Rebecca, and it has the glue down the front. All right, these are things I saved out. I could put, well, these are saving for more of a summer page. I wish I knew what I did with my little heart cross. I might have put it back in it. Oh, there it is. Is that it? It's hiding from me. Maybe I'll put that in because I have to glue it down. And I'd like to put it, I'd really like to put it on the top. I think I got enough. Or I could even put it on the outside. I'm going to put this big red button. Maybe I'll glue it on the outside. Let's do that. Let's see if I can get the clamp off. I could put it on a piece of fabric. What do I have here? I thought I had a piece of red fabric. Oh, I might have put it in my... already put it in my... Could stab it through, but I don't wanna. It'd go good in here too. I don't know. Let's see if I can get that off. I don't know if I can get it off. I'm wondering if I hit it with the heat gun, if it'll loosen that glue. We'll try that. Get my heat gun out. the cord. I don't want to unplug you guys. You're under my paper towels. I'm going to see if I can't loosen that glue a little. And then I'm going to take my pliers and see if I can work that off. It's not going on. Why not? Uh-oh. I might have unplugged my main connection here. Oh, let me look. Hold on. There it goes. I don't want to touch that, it's hot. See if I can't work this loose. Can't get a hold of it with my left hand. By the time I get a hold of it, it will be cooled off. Now this is not closing. I don't know if that did any good. Bending. Even if I can get it broken off enough to put something soft under it. Yeah. It's made good. Here it comes. I can feel it. It's a strong one. I don't have anything to grip onto it with. And I don't think it's too thick for my scissors to cut. My scissors would never cut that. If it was just a little thin wire, my scissors would cut it, but it's a... I don't know if I'm going to get it. I can rock it back and forth. Gotta turn that fan back toward me. Getting hot. I don't think my old scissors will. I don't think they're strong enough to cut this. Yeah. They're not gonna cut it. It's loose, I can feel it, it's loose. I wonder if I hit it with the heat gun again. I know it's melting glue because it's stuck to my finger. And I can see it's shiny. Get a hold of it. I don't want to touch it while it's hot. There it went. Yay! I'll throw that in the trash. All right, let me put my tools away. So put something soft under it. So do I want it there or do I want it on front? Kind of like it on the front. So let's see if I can find a piece of red, because I'm going to put the button on the front too, but I'm not going to do that till later. Throw this in my drawer, I guess. Let's see. Red fabric. We've got packing paper from Rebecca. I've got my scrap box and my fabric box. That's what I'm after. My fabric box. Let's put the paper back on the bottom. I'm going to collage strips of junk on that paper, make collage paper. All right. We want a strip of red. Oh, look, right out here is some red. Right on top. Oh, this will be perfect. Maybe not red. It's overpowering. It's overpowering. Let's see if I can find some blue. Or a different color. I should have some of this left. Let's do it this way, Mary, so you guys can see. Put my heart up here so I don't lose it. Got some music. That might be fun. Oh, here's a blue star. This came from Erin, I think. I was at one of Erin's sale a while ago. Oh, you know, I should do a fabric page in here. Let's pull some of this out. Oh, look, I got stars. This has to go in the 4th of July journal. I'm looking for some. I think I'll stop there because I got blue. I don't need this. Hold on. There's another strip of blue here. It's just a tiny strip. Let's see what else I have in here. Black. Christmas. I'm going to do a Christmas in July page. I think I'm done with. Wallflower. Etymology. This must have been a Tim Holtz. It is. I see a Tim Holtz. So, all right. So I'm not going to do the music. We'll put it back in there. Put this other stuff back in. And this is too big. This goes in my slow journaling. This was a gift from Cynthia Dooley, I believe. Either Cynthia Dooley, it might have been Cynthia McCoy now. I think it was Cynthia Dooley, though. I get those two mixed up. All right, I'm going to save these pieces out. Let's put the lid back on and move on. Look, I got a piece of, I think that's a, no, that's an earring. I didn't get it put back. Hold the phone. Let me put this aside. Okay, so what do I want to cut up? This was already, this will make a nice, actually, that would go nice this way, but I want to do a page. I'd do something like that and put a something in there. Oh, look. That's perfect. So I can snip off right in here enough for my, I want it where the stars are. Let's do the page first and come back. I want to do that because I got inspired. Let's get my pictures off here to the side and my, I should probably put those in a bag because they're falling. What's that? Towel. Did I get it all? Yes. I don't need the glue page. All right. Put it like this for now. I've got this little red piece. All right. That's not going to work, Mary. Let's do it that way. Okay. So I'm going to, I decided I was going to do one of those star quilt pieces in here. I don't think I'll do it there. Freedom rings. I should have started this pilgrim page one over. And this is where I put the page in upside down. This page I put in upside down. I wonder if I could put this. How'd I have it? Oh no, I want it on a border page. I'm just going to skip some. Maybe I'll start it over here. No, I want it on a inside. So I had it like this. and like this. Let's bring that down to this and bring this one down to right there. And then I put the red in here, red in here. And I could leave that red there and trim around these and make a double-sided layout. I think I can. So let me mark this. You know, and I have that chalk piece that I keep. Now I don't know what I did with it. I keep saying I should use that chalk. Now I can't find it when I want it. It's gone. Hold on. I guess I'm not going to use it. I keep using my... This is how I lose things on my desk. I got this from from Rebecca. This is one of her beautiful dangles. It's a hummingbird. Right up here, you guys probably can't see it. There's a hummingbird up there. It's really a pretty one. I like her dangles. What'd I pay for it? $5? $4.75. It's worth $4.75, and it's got a little doily at the bottom. I'll find a use for it. All right. Well, since I can't find my... I'll use a pen. Yeah. Hold the phone. Get that off my desk. All right. So I'll mark it on the back. Right. Almost to half, not quite. Well, yeah, I didn't, no, not quite. I should probably come a little down. So, can't see a darn thing. Right here, and here. Mark that a little better. And right here. All right, so I'm going to tear it. Find my scissors. Where did I mark here? There. I'm going to come a little down below my mark because I want it to be, I don't mind if it hangs down a little. And these are not fabric scissors anymore. They don't cut very good. And I'm going over to here. So let me tear a little bit more. And then I want to cut this way. from that. What did I do? Goes like this. Now, I did mark that. I might have to even those up a little. So we're going to put this one down first, and then we'll make this one match it. My idea was to have this point come to this point. And then this point, if I can get it there, come to that point. And that will work. Let's snip right here. If I can. Right on those 2 dots. Which 2 dots? Which 2 dots was I going for? 1, 2, 3 dots. Do I need to come in a little? I'm a little out of frame. Sorry about that. I need to tear here. So that'll go in here. And then this comes down to this point, so I can tear it right at the point. Hopefully. I might go a little above. Alright. So that goes right in there. Oh, you know, I should paint this first, because I don't like the border. I think I'll paint it a dark blue. So let's get out my paint pen. And I wasn't going to do another page, but I got inspired. That fabric inspired me. Whoops, I want my glue. I got string sticking to my finger. I want to do some sorting this morning. I was going to stop on this. I need my dark blue. I don't think that's blue. That's purple. That's a light blue. Is that blue or green? I think that's blue. Let's test it. It's not the dark though. I thought I had a dark blue. There we go. That's the one I want. Make sure you get all the caps back on tight. Meri, you don't want them to dry out. Okay, I want to paint. And I'm just going to cover this up. This will be covered up by fabric, but I just want to paint this a dark blue. These paint pens are nice for doing things like this. Should do some slow stitching on that. Maybe I'll think about this before I glue it in and do some slow stitch on it. just like I have time to do slow stitching, because I do want to move on. And I could finish this up Sunday night. This is Saturday, isn't it? I could finish it up Sunday night. Maybe slow stitch tonight on it. I haven't been watching, well, I haven't been watching much of anybody. I did get Dee Dee watched the other day. I watch Becky replays. Usually her Monday morning ones, I'm sleeping. One Monday I caught her though. Not too long ago. All right. Where's the cap? That's one thing about having a black top. I can't see where I put stuff. All right. So, I think I'm going to slow stitch it. But let's pin it together. Whoops, I want these points to match. This one is longer. Good thing I cut it a little longer. And I'm just going to leave raw edges. That part doesn't bother me. So let me get Penelope out here. And give me some pins, she says. You take all my pins, Meri. I just want to kind of pin. Hopefully I have enough of a, not much. I'm going to have to. I have enough that I could fold this under. And make a neater point here. You quilters. Now, I think I have enough. I might have to play with this a little. Get in there. Did I get it? I made a mess out of it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if I could get it perfect, that would be nice. It still just fits. I might have to do another blue line under it, but I'm going to go with this. And I'll pull it over further like that, and I'll snip that off or fold it under. Probably snip it off. And do another blue line here and there. Let's go ahead and pin this. I haven't done a lot of slow stitching this year. I wanted to do more, but I want to do other things too. I think that's good. And I'll probably just do running stitch, maybe in white. Or maybe not white. White might be too bright. I'll see. Maybe a yellow or a tan. Alright. And then this piece comes in here. And I'm going to have to get rid of the strings. And I might have to pin this down too. It's got a fold there. So let's pin that down. And I was going to leave this, and I think I will, and I was going to put pieces in here. Maybe like that. Let's pin this down first. I'm going to have to do a lot of quick running stitches if let's get my pins out here instead of stealing them from Penelope. Now I'm going to have to remember to take that pin out under there. Maybe I'll pin it on top here. This is kind of a fabric collage. Now when I bought this from Erin, I don't know if I actually knew that these pieces were in there. I bought some fabric packs. And isn't it fun to see how all of this comes together? When you buy stuff, and I always tell the clerks, they always ask me what I'm going to do. And I always tell them, well, sometimes I know what I'm going to do, but most of the time I don't. And especially at the thrift store, something will appeal to me. Something will appeal to me. And I said, most of the time I say, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. All right. Now I have some pieces left here. I've got that little red piece. Could come down in. Let's put that there, overlap it, and maybe bring it down to the edge of the page because, well, no, I probably want to leave it this length because I don't know about this area. And I was thinking this in here, but then I'll have a little, guess I'm going to have to move it down a little. So let's pin that down. Get in there. Does not want to cooperate. Cooperate. Just until I get it. Now the thing is, I have across my 2 pages, let me pin this, I have this sectioned off with blue paint, but I don't have this as a full page. So I'm thinking what I'll do is section this. This has taken me longer than I intended, but let's get that blue out again. Is that it? And I wanted to make these lines, things always in my way. I wanted to make these lines a little deeper. Doesn't have to be perfect. Fabric will cover that up. And we'll make this a little deeper. I don't think I got that too straight. And then yeah. I think I'll bring this line down a little bit more. So this spot in here will be covered and maybe in there. So I'm going to bring this down. And fabric will cover it up, but it'll have, instead of a white spot, it'll be a blue spot right in here. And then this is about about 3/4 of an inch. And I need my paper. So if I go, I cannot see with these rulers. 1. Where's the 2? Right here. So about right in there. That's good enough. It's a little slanty. Clean my rulers after this. Now let's see how that fits as far as blue. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm going to have to color in here. But that's okay. We'll do it. And I didn't see how it fit on the back. Let's bring this down a little. Let's do this again. Right in here. And this doesn't really need to be painted, but I'm going to. And this will be marked. This will all be covered up. So if I get a mark in there, it isn't going to make a difference. All right, now that should do it as far as, and these I can go ahead and paint these edges. And I could probably try to find more fabric to put, but the painted edges will be fine. In fact, I might, if I find gold stars, I might put some gold stars on the edges. That would be fun. Let me do this. Could just get out paint. But I kind of like these paint pens. I like how they're pretty smooth and they blend into each other with my scribbly stuff. Usually blends in pretty good. Not always perfect, but I think I'm done with the ruler. I can put it back. I've gotten other brands of paint pens, but they always have dried up on me. I never really used many paint pens. These do not seem to dry up. You keep the caps on them. I mean, over time, just sitting in the box. Make sure I get that pretty good. Okay, so I'm still pinning. I had to take some time and put my paint pen back. My paper's curling on the edge there. Okay, so what I want to do, put the ruler on that. Now he's caught. I want to make sure that this is all gonna fit like I was expecting. I might need to do a little work in there. Maybe not. Now, let's pin this. Let's pin. Well, how do I want that? I might have to put it on the underneath. Because I want that to look decent. And this is going to come off of the page. It will end right in here. Straighten it out a little. So I guess it isn't, well, yeah, it would kind of matter. And this will be cut off to, this should come up a little, I think. Let's take, help, help. That area right there bothers me. Knocking things off. I'm going to pin this to the paper. Keep it from sliding around. And that wasn't where I wanted it though. Might have to put some more blue paint on the edges there. Now, I want this. I really kind of want it to match that. And it's not going to. So let's bring this down like this and put a piece in there and a piece in here. Just a little piece. And that brings that over to my blue strip. I'm not going to have a blue strip over here. I want that white to show. I'm wondering if I cut this. Where's my pen? Right here. I'm figuring this side out. I think what I'm going to have to do, I don't like that in there, but I want it to I want the, I might have to just cut this here and do this separate. I think that's what I'll do because I want that white strip. So let's pin this. Like I want it. And I'll cut it right there to match this end. And I'll have to do a blue strip in there. I think. I'm not sure. Let's do this. Let's pin this. I can take this out now. I'm not a quilter, but I do have a sense of how things should, how I want them to look. And I'm doing raw edge. This is going to be a slow stitched piece. All right, let's turn this over and cut this right here. And I'm going to get out a different pair of scissors. Let's pin this just so I can cut it. What do I have there? A pin stuck in there. Now, let's pin this. Ouch. Ouch. This is going to be my slow stitch page. So that'll go in there. Now I can work with this. Now I don't like that edge there, so I think it might look better this way. I like that, and then take a blue strip and put in here. And this will come down even like that. I might even like another. I don't have enough. Although if I just cut this, let's pin this. Like this. And pin it over here. Figure out where that edge is. This, I could put another, take this blue strip that's going to come off. I don't know if I'll have enough. Because it comes to there. But we could see. And I'm thinking put another blue strip in here to carry the, I could do this. Put it, a blue strip like right in there. No, I'd have to come in here like that. I could do that. I don't like this, that big white triangle. I want a strip coming this way. So, let's pin this. Oh, I don't have to pin it, it's stitched. I need a pin. In here. Maybe. Now I need to... Whoops, that was the wrong place to pin it. I didn't cut that straight. I didn't cut this red piece straight. So... It's bothering me. Let's pin this. We need this piece over it. Like that. We'll see how it looks on the other side. And that goes. My pages are curling on me. Obviously, I didn't get it all pinned. This comes in here like that. I'm gonna turn that fan, it's blowing my bangs in my eyes. Just like that. I think I might have my book upside down. Let's check. I have to turn it the other way. Where's my beginning pages? Yeah, I do. Let's turn it this way. Get this stuff out of my way. Curling pages. Put that paint on them and then curling. I don't want this over here. Now, do I have this correct? Yes. I already had to take out one page because I had it upside down. I don't want to do the other one. This one goes down in here. Now I need to trim it so it's even. even in here, and I still don't have that. This blue needs to come over just a smidgen. So let's do that now. I don't think it's blue, it's black. And when I talked, I dropped the pen that was in my mouth. All right, let's try this again. And I'm thinking about painting blue in there, but I don't know if I want this clear up to the edge. And this clear up to the edge, right there. And they don't match. So I might have to trim this one down a little, but I'll do that later. I can't trim this one down anymore because it's just fitting. I could stitch them together like that. And I'd have to move that down just a little bit more. Let's do that. Let's stitch these two together. And I'll have to adjust this in here when I stitch. Move it over a little so it... Alright. Let's see what happens if I adjust these two together, pin these two together. Let's see what happens. I mean, I'm taking scrap pieces and trying to make a design. I don't have a pre-planned design that I'm trying to follow. So there's that. There's that, she said. Okay. Now, if I put this in here, that there, I'll still have to move this down just a smidgen, or make another blue line in there. And I'm liking that pretty good. Let's see if I can move this down just a smidgen again. I want to do some sorting this morning. After I get this pinned together, I'm going to quit. I got inspired with this fabric. Let's put another pin in there. Whoops, I didn't get that. Hold on. It's not quite wide enough. It still needs to come down a smidgen. Is it? See, it's not matching up at the top here. I'm going to have to trim that a little, but I think I can. I have space. All right, let's pin it right here while it's... I might have to put a piece on the back of this to hold these two together. But it depends. Yeah, it's really... It depends on where I cut this, because I'm going to cut it right in here. It's just barely holding. All right, now the only other thing I want to do is put a strip in here. Right in. And he's going to have to be cut at an angle right here. I need my chalk. Probably knocked him off because he's not here when I want him. Why don't I put things away? Probably knocked him off on the down the drain. I had that chalk and I kept saying, that's chalk, I should use it when I cut my fabric, and I said I'll leave it up here. Well, up here is not a good place to leave things. I don't see him. Did he fall in between here? No. I lost him. Well, I'm going to go by the stars then. I want to cut from the other side of this star down to, okay, I lose my place. I'm going to put it like this. So this will go in here. No, I got that wrong. That's okay, we'll trim it up. And then I want to cut across, right across from that. We're going to cut from the tip of the star across. I forget. This star. I don't know what I'm doing. I might make a mess out of it. I'm knocking things off. just like that, only over just a little. Now let's fold this under a little and pin it. Just supposing. Just supposing pinning it makes a gap in it, but that's not going to work. Let's go back and put it at the edge. And I'm going to have to cut it right in there, but let's pin this first. Pin that right in there. Okay, now this I can't see. Pin that. And then I want to cut. Not too much. I'd rather fold it under if I could, rather than cut it, because I could always tear it out. It's hard for me to get a hold of it. This pin's in the way. Where is it? Right here. Ooh. Let's move that. No. Pin it right here. I kind of like that. Now, let's trim. Let's trim this off. If and I can. Let's see if those little scissors will cut it. They're getting dull. There. I might have to do some hidden basting around in here. Now let's make sure I still have my book in the, because I've twisted this book several times. Should know by that. Now I need to take care of this business. I'm turning it upside down, and I want to trim it a little over. Let's make a cut. Right in. There, I think I got enough of a trim. So this needs to come down straight, probably down to there. Straw line. Let's not do probablys. Let's make it fit the page. Yeah, that'll work. Right, like that. And I think that overlaps enough. If it doesn't, I'll paint more blue. I'm gonna cut it. I need to cut that as straight as possible. Now I got some scraps left. Now that'll fit in there. Now I have to trim this one across this way. I think I can do that by maybe not. Pull that pin up. I need that to, I need a white pen. Curling edges of these pages are driving me nuts. There. Whew! That was a job, but I'm happy with it. Now it's my page. My book is upside down, of course. And I wanted this over here. There, it goes like that. So I'll baste all these things together, and then I'll slow stitch. I'll slow stitch the piece. You know what it needs is another white strip here. I don't know if I have any more white out. It needs a white strip right in there. Doesn't it? Because I got this white strip. Or, no, it does. It needs another white strip in there. Let's see if I can find something. I'm not happy with it. Then I'll say there's another blue there. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got white here. This is kind of thick. It's a bright white. Do I have a piece that matches? My whites are bright. I'm looking. Even if I could find another square. Wouldn't you know? That's pink. That's gray. I might have to go with a bright white. I'm looking down to the bottom. No. I'm not liking it. It's too dark. Everything I have is too bright. Let's put this. I'm just going through my stack here. I'm thinking about what I want to do. I could tone it down maybe with some ink, some walnut ink, or I could put music. Let me keep that music out. I like the idea of putting music over it. Excuse me while I put the rest of this stuff away. I'm not going to close up the lid yet, just yet. I want to cut some music. I think I will take some strips of music and cover all of this up. How wide do I want them? From here? Yeah. Let's tear down this way. Let me make a snip. What time is it? 6:48. I'm going to leave it 7:30. I won't get much sorting done, but I do want to get this done so I can stitch on it tonight. So I'm going to put a strip of music in here. Let's tear it. Right in here. course I get threads with it. And heck, I could put the music all the way across. Do I like that? No, because let's stay with this idea. Let's cut another strip the same size as that, which would be right in here. Of course, it all falls. I don't know if I like that in there. I might fiddle with this area a little. I actually want that white coming. I don't know if I like this area right in here. Well, I might fiddle with that a little. I'm thinking overlapping this. But I don't know if I like that either. It's better than the other, though. And I'm trimming this off in to fit here. Right in. Right in there. Maybe these are too wide. Let's cut these in half. That wrinkled it for sure. But I can still slow stitch it. I have to press that out a little. I like that better. Yeah. Trim this one. I don't know if I want to tear it. See if I can cut 4 layers. Oh, it'll have a little white on its side there. Well, it needed to be this size. I don't like that. This needs to be a little bit wider then. I'll keep this for slow stitch. Let's make this width, which would be right there. Which would be right in here. And let's pin that. I got any pins left. They're floating all over my desk here. And this point doesn't really meet that point, but that's okay. Now I need to clip. I need to clip this right here, like, come on, dull scissors, like that. And I need to clip this one over here. Now, am I right? I think I am. Yeah. I think it's ready to slow stitch. Let's give Penelope back the 3 pins I have left. Let's put my scissors away. Let's put the fabric scraps away. I got some red. Actually, I might keep the star fabrics out and put them with my, I might use them as clusters or whatever. Penelope. Let's put the fabric away. I've been tearing at this. And when you tear, you kind of gather the threads. Music. I've got a little piece in here. Actually, I could keep that out. Music piece. Some music. Alright, I think I'm ready to close this up. Penelope says, give me back my pins. Give me back my pins. Alright, don't get too upset at it. Whoops. Actually, she's getting more back than I took. Because I dumped that box. I emptied that little box out. I'm going to take this little box out in the other room and put little diddly pieces in it. And by my recliner. I'm always dropping stuff. Alright. There we go. Put her back on her throne. Now, I've got this to glue on. These pieces I'm going to keep with my history pieces that I'm still working on. These are kind of ephemera. And yeah, I think I've got everything picked up here enough. So I'm going to put, do I have a folded page there? I have an envelope. What is this? Let's put this in the back of the book. And I'm going to keep this out to slow stitch. There's some more ephemera. I think I'm done. And the only thing I have left to do, where'd I put it? I had it in here. I want to glue that heart on. And I think I'm going to put it on the front. This piece, I'm going to fold in. I'm going to glue him right in here because my button is going to come right in there. I wonder how he would look glued on the button. I'd have to do it later. No, I don't like that. The button's going to come right in there. So I'm going to put it right here. Right there. So let's do that. I need something under there to make it straight. There. So I'm just going to use glossy accent. I'm sorry guys, I haven't been talking much to you guys. I've been figuring out that fabric. I do need to leave at 7:30 this morning because I need to get to town before the post office closes, and it's at least a 15-20 minute drive up there. So 7:30, 8:30. I need to get me some more glossy accent. Oh, can't get this out. I don't know if I'm going to get glue out of that or not. I've got gunk all around the edges. Probably on the inside too. It's about empty anyway. Let's see. I'm going to put it right in here. In there. Come on. I've got one spot out. And it clogged up. I can't get glossy accents locally. I have to go up to Grand Island where my brother goes to the VA. And that's more of a drive than I want to do today. I might have another bottle in a drawer someplace here. What happened here? I got a little... What is that? Wax from Miss Debbie Epps. I'm just going to let it, I don't know, I might have to put a piece of fabric on that. That's what I was getting out, wasn't a piece of red fabric. I'm going to take that off. I might have to put some fabric on that heart. Let's go back to my journal. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put that fabric? Way under here. How about the black fabric? Yeah. That's what I started out doing. Of course, now my hands are all gluey. Now my hands are sticky. And you can't probably see what I'm doing over here and messing with this fabric piece. I want to put that heart on it. I don't know if that's what I want, because it's still a little. Let's try it like this. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. So let's get that glue out again. I'm going to glue my fabric in half. Put some glue in here. I think that'll be okay. Fold it like that. I'm going to put it back on here. Put that right there. And then we're going to take my heart and it's going to go, so I can move that over a little. Oh, I like that. It's going to go right on here. There. I like that. Now we're just going to not mess with this too much, Meri. I tend to want to mess with it. Becky says, leave it alone, Meri. Leave it alone. Now, what time is it? It's 7:07. I've got enough time. I don't know if I'll get any sorting done, but I have something else I want to show you guys. So I'm going to set this aside. So it will dry. And I'm going to take this in the other room and I'll work this evening on slow stitching this. That'll go in the other room. What I want to show you, is I am starting to work on my tatting journal. Now I don't have this year's pages in here, but I found my old tatting samples. I put them in envelopes. Get this heat gun out of the way. Probably need to unplug it. Hold on, let me unplug the heat gun. Oh, where did this go off to? Honestly, Meri. All right. I want to get my old tatting journal if I can find it here. I was showing it the other day. This is my very first tatting journal. And I had started putting these black pages in there. But I have, let me set all this aside, in here, I got one of these big 3-wing notebooks. And I'm thinking about taking these pages. I might have to zoom out now. Let me get that blue out of the way. Let me zoom out, because all you're seeing is red. Zoop. And this is a big journal. You aren't going to see it all. I'm out as far as, whoops. I'm zoomed out as far as I can. But if I open it up, you'll see I've got divided pages in here. And I also have some full page out in the other room. I don't have them here. These are divided in half. I've got some full page ones too. But I was thinking, let me get this off my desk now. I was thinking, and I'm still thinking about it. I probably won't do it this morning because I don't have time. Let me put this back down under here. I was thinking about taking this apart and putting it in my journal, because I could put it in like this, half pages. And see, I've got some, this one doesn't make much sense. You'd have to turn it this way. I might just leave this the way it is. But what I want to show you guys here, I'll open it up to, is some of my envelopes of old tatting, and I've got several. I've got several to put in there. I mean, I've got a lot of them. I've been tatting since December 27th of 2022. Let's see, I don't think these are, that's a knitting needle, and these are just ephemera. I might use those as ephemera in a journal. Here's another one. And what's this? Oh, this is a cross-stitch pattern I bought years ago. It is of a bunny and a sheath. This is a scissors sheath. You put your scissors, and she even gave us the scissors. So I don't know if I'm going to work on that or not. Put it back in the envelope. I'll put this big one back in there. And I thought I would go through, and of course I knocked all my paint pens down. That's behind there. Oh, this other box. Hold on. I'm getting too much stuff. There. I've got boo-boos. They're all boo-boos. This is, let's put all this to the side. These might just be threads. I was saving to make a tassel. Now, I got a double stitch hanging in there. I was playing with doing double stitches. So that's not really tatting that I want to show. What's this? More boo-boos. I was learning how to do the true ring and the split ring. More boo-boos. You can make collages out of those boo-boos, though. Here's a finished snowflake. I even dated it. 11/4/23. So this was toward the end of 23. And I'm sure I've shown it before. It's a snowflake pattern off of a snowflake piece. So there's that. I'm going to keep them in the envelopes until I actually put them in. There's that. I don't know what this is. Looks like I was working on something here. I'm not sure what it was, just a trim. And I left it on that. And you can see my tatting. Now, Tammy, who's a shuttle tatter, she says that when you needle tat, it's loosey-goosey. And it is. And it's even more loosey-goosey when you're a beginner, because you don't have your tight tension yet. You're still learning. This is kind of loosey-goosey. And she says all shuttle tatting is kind of all needle tatting. But she also says that some people can only needle tat because they don't have the mobility to do shuttle tatting, and I'm struggling. I'm wondering if my hands have enough mobility. I'm trying to get them, and I'm having varied successes. It depends on the day. Sometimes I can do it and sometimes I can't. Most of the time I can't. These are all butterflies. And I'm going to come back to those because I might put some of those in. Here's a finished Christmas tree. And this would probably have to go on a white piece. It's a green one. One of my first Christmas trees. I've done a lot of white ones. And they're in here someplace. I hope to find them when I sort. So there's that. So I've got a snowflake and a Christmas tree. Let's put those to the side. Snowflake and a Christmas tree and boo-boos and a piece that's still in progress. My butterflies I'm coming back to. This is a doily finished in October of 2023, and I did finish it. It's pretty big, it's pretty thick. It's done with size 10 thread, and it's got some mistakes in it, but it's pretty, and it just barely fits on this page. So I might put that in my larger journal with a big, I don't know, I'd like to keep it in this journal though. I don't know. If I put it in those half pages, I might be able to add a strip of black. I don't know. But this can stay out. This is a finished piece. And you got to understand that this is my earlier tatting. And it is a little bit loosey-goosey, but when you're beginning, you don't have, you're working on, how do I do that ring? How do I do that stitch? How do I join these? So now I would think that even as a beginner tatter, I'm not the best, even in beginning, but you know. Okay, this is a half ring braid. I'm not sure what that means. Half ring braid. Where's it at? I might not have even finished it. I don't know what I'm doing here. Half ring braid. Oh, it's a half of a ring. I got notes here. I think it falls down like this. And I stapled it on this. First ever half ring braid partial closed ring. Size 10, white, red heart, number 5 needle. Yeah, the number 5 needle, too, is a larger needle. Well, no. Yeah, I think it is. It's a little bit larger. You usually use a larger number 5 needle with a size 10 thread. But these rings are called half ring closed. The rings are not completely closed. And it goes, I've got it stapled so you can't really see. The thread between them are, the rings aren't fully closed, and then there's spacer threads between them. I think this was finished as far as what it's supposed to be. I'm going to put it with my finishes. and not the boo-boos. This looks like maybe, well, pieces that I was playing with. Some just little pieces here. There was a flower, I guess you could call it that. When I put it in, I'm going to have to straighten out some of these, because just putting them in envelopes, they're kind of, they need adjusting, and the picos need to be pulled. But you can kind of see, these are sticking to me. These are the type of things that I want to put in this journal. There's some little pieces that I was playing with. This one's kind of nice. So you can see, you need to practice, practice, practice to get to where, and you can see your progress through the years. Actually, I went kind of far on that. Was a corner piece. This one's kind of pretty. I honestly don't remember this one, but I wouldn't have put it in here if I didn't do it. It's kind of pretty. Oh yeah, I did it because it's flipped in here. It's twisted in there. I was still learning how to turn my pieces. I didn't get that one turned right. Oh, I think it's an angel. That's my angel. Wait, she goes like this. I didn't get her turned good. That's my angel. Or that's one of my angels. Why don't I have her in a separate, yeah, she needs to go in a separate envelope. What else do I have in here? I got some trial pieces. And I got more. This angel needs to go up in there. I'll have to straighten her out. These are pieces that can be just put in random. These are just random practice pieces. Looks like I have threads hanging from that one. There's two of them actually. I'll have to snip some of those threads. So not everything you do right off the bat is going to be a success. What happened to that angel? Did she fall? No, I put a... That says finished sampler. Finished samples. I was doing a Celtic heart alligator join. I don't know which one that was. I obviously didn't finish it. Let's put my angel in there. I don't want to lose my angel. I'll have to straighten her out. What's in here? Oh, I was doing some tassels. I have a lot of leftover threads. I make tassels. I'll pull these out. That's a tassel. This I tried to put a piece on a piece of fabric. It's more of a collage. It's kind of a mess. It's a messy piece. And a lot of messy pieces. As I first started, I gave away some pieces when I first started, and I wish I wouldn't have, because they're probably a mess now. Like that's a mess. So I'll probably get in here and collage all these together. I'm just going to leave them right in here. These two aren't bad. Some of them aren't bad. I got more. Hold on. I'm keeping my finished pieces separate. That's an empty envelope. These are empty envelopes. These are butterflies. I'm going to keep those separate. That's an empty. Some more trial pieces here. I'll sort them all out. You see, I was playing with smaller threads in here. You play with different sizes. I'll have to figure out what I was doing there. Looks like make a nice tassel. I'm just going to leave it like that because I'm going to come in and glue all this stuff together later. What's in here? Those are my butterflies. Here I was playing with the darker what did I say? First split ring needle tatting. That's what this white is. When that will probably go. This was before Katia taught. Tammy was still teaching the needle tatting. This is just a, I don't know, piece. I was playing with darker threads. It's harder to tap with darker threads because you can't see where you're going. It's kind of messy. What's in here? More. I think these are mostly butterflies too. No, here's a sample. Sample pieces. Here I'm starting to do ring and chain. That could probably go up in there. Here's another flower. Here's one where I changed the size. This is actually a string. I did a big thick one. Actually, I used an upholstery needle to do that. Little ring. Oh, what else do I have in here? It's all messy. Here I was playing a little play piece. I should put that flower in there too. Some of these nicer ones can be taken out of this messy piece. Here's where I did this is that sport weight yarn. I was playing with different thicknesses of threads. I'm just learning. Put that up there. Some of these pieces I'm just going to put, I'll trim all the threads and I'm going to glue them down on here. So this whole mess I'm going to put back in here. And it'll go on separate pieces. Oh, I was playing with putting a bead in one. And I think I'm about down to the end. This is just some more leftover threads. What's in here? Okay, what time is it? 7:27. What I want to do, I'm going to put all of these. I'm going to take these butterflies. No, what is this? That's that mess. Where's the one with the butterflies? I want all of these. Let's put all of these extras here in an empty envelope. Hold on. Let's take these butterflies out. And I want to take all of these and put in here. Because these I'm going to use as samples. And these are my finished pieces here. This is all early tatting. This isn't tatting that I'm doing now. My tatting's improved a little. I'll show that. I'm trying to learn how to shuttle tat, and I'm kind of struggling with my shuttle tatting. So this all goes together. Now, the first thing I want to do though in this book, and I have boo-boos in here that I'm keeping. boo-boos that I'm keeping. But the first thing I want to do in this book is go back to one of these blank pages that I skipped in here. And I'm going to start putting, these are some of my first butterflies that I did this with I think these are sport weight threads. And I'm going to have to find the antenna here. He's got antenna. And I'm going to start putting these butterflies in. Because I worked did a lot of butterflies. And I was learning, so I used a heavier thread. That's kind of a sample. And I got more butterflies. Let me. I got a whole pocket of butterflies. And tassels. Butterfly. No, this is not a butterfly. This is a, yeah, there's, oh, I tried to hook two of them together. I didn't get very far on that because I got tired. He goes like that, I think. I'll have to figure out how they go. I did a multicolored butterfly. Throw more in here. And I'm going to put all these butterflies, I'll probably put them on a couple pages. So there's a tassel I made. More butterflies in here. Tassels I made out of all the extra threads. I don't know what I'll ever do with them. Could put them together and make one big tassel. It's another butterfly. Okay, so I'm going to put all my butterflies in. I'm just going to leave them like this. I'll do it over a couple pages. These are odd random pieces that I'm going to put in here. And then these I might put in my larger journal. These are finished pieces, but they're still beginner pieces. So I'm going to be working on my tatting journal, and then I have some, most of this I did before most of it I did before at least my butterflies and my samples here, my odd pieces, I did before I found out about the online tatting class. I was trying to teach myself. I didn't do too bad teaching myself. I got myself ready to join the online tatting class. These are the sample pieces here. Boy, I got a lot of butterflies. Let's just take half of these out, put these in here, like that, and flip the page and put the other half in here. Oh, there's a tassel. And then I'll get to those and the sample ones. And these are my finishes. I don't know if I'll put them in here or not. I've got room for the finishes at the back, but I might want to put those, because some of these finishes are with the online tatting class. And then I've got empty envelopes here, I think. Oh, and shuttle ring chain practices. See, boo-boos. I was trying to do the shuttle even then, and I don't think my hand is gonna allow me to do shuttle tatting. I'm trying, but I'm learning a lot along the process. I'm gonna put these in here just to keep them. And this, what is this? Tassels, threads. Dee Dee's list of, this is a list done by Dee Dee. Stencils, pasta markers, watercolors, acrylic markers, ink, pens and markers list. What's in here? This is finished wreath. Oh, and then these I put on Christmas cards. I was getting better. I did this with Tammy's class, the finished wreath. And I learned how to do a Jacqueline twist. Not Jacqueline, Josephine. I got Jacqueline on my mind. So this can go with the finishes. But this was our online tatting class. My finishes are. So this is my tatting fun. Earlier tatting experiences, and boy, I might have to take those pages out too once I get them all glued down. And I've got this in there. There we go. That's better. I might have to take some of these butterflies out and put them someplace else. They might fit in there. We'll see. I got enough of them. I had fun doing them. I've tried to write up that pattern, and that should be something I do for the design class. All right, I'm past 7:30, I'm sure. Let me put all this back in this plastic bag. And I'm going to be working on gluing things down in here. Keep the, well, I guess I'll put it back in the bag. And this really needs to go in the bag too, but I don't know where, because I don't want everything to fall out. Just like that. This is my early tatting experiences, and there should be some patterns that go. So I might take some of my finishes and find a pattern on them and put them in my larger journal as just as early stitching experiences. There we go. All right. I did not get any sorting done, but I had fun today. We worked in my 4th of July book that is over here drying. I don't know if it's dry enough to flip to a thumbnail. Yeah, it is. I can take that out. Let's set up a thumbnail. What did I do today? I did this one. Oh, we'll show the stitched piece across here. One of these pages as my thumbnail. And I'll slow stitch it. Maybe this afternoon, tonight. Got a little thread there. Piece. So I'm going to use this as my thumbnail. I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. I didn't do much chatting with you guys. It's 7:37. I need to get to town, get to the post office before it closes at 9:30. I need to go to the bank. So, have a great day, everybody. Thanks for popping in and spending a part of your early Saturday morning with me. Have a great weekend. What I know about Saturday is Beth Schuler comes on at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm sure there are other people popping on that I'm unaware of. Sunday, I think Paint Girly comes on around 10 Eastern, might be 11 Eastern. I think Tanya McGuire is planning on getting back into her Sunday streams. I don't know. She usually streams at 12 Central, I believe. But Tanya McGuire, This, That, and Chat, they were on vacation. I saw a post today and she's back. She wants to get back into her Sunday streams. And then, who else streams? I think, I'm not sure if Ann Lar streams on Sundays. She used to. I will be back at 6 p.m. on Sunday night. So have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.